number between 1 and 3,500. Did you get it yet? Hold on to that number.
Meet Trevor Conklin, an 18-year-old living with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, or DMD. According to the Muscular Dystrophy Association, DMD is an inherited disorder of progressive muscular weakness, typically found in boys, and contrary to its stigma, it has no effect on cognitive abilities.
Hello, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Did I do something wrong? I put on aftershave this morning. That's something I don't normally do. Is he sensitive to smells?
Trevor, that's enough.
Netflix's film, The Fundamentals of Caring, follows the day-to-day experience of Trevor as he struggles to break his highly scheduled life at home.
Trevor's extremely tied to his routine. It cannot be disrupted. If it's disrupted, he'll have a panic attack.
As well as his new caregiver, Ben, a man struggling with the death of his son. However, coping with such a disability deteriorates Trevor's will to get out of his comfort zone. This causes him to slip into a monotonous routine that consists of the same dull activities, the same bland meals, and the same weekly park trip. His routine is disrupted when Ben takes Trevor on a road trip to see the world's deepest pit, a bucket list item Trevor never dreamed he'd actually be able to visit. Films and TV shows like The Fault in Our Stars and Me Before You typically represent disabilities as life-inhibiting, stopping one from forming meaningful relationships, completing mundane tasks, and achieving personal aspirations. But Trevor proves that it's possible to accomplish all of these and more, even with a barrier like muscular dystrophy.
Trevor's first and most meaningful relationship is with his caregiver and the protagonist of the movie, Ben. Through his 6-week training course, Ben is taught the 5 steps of caregiving, or ALOHA: ask, listen, observe, help, ask again. Nothing more, nothing less. But a series of tragic events, from losing his son to facing his divorce, demonstrates that even caregivers are in need of care, and sometimes the distant rules of ALOHA simply aren't enough. Foregoing this passive acronym, Ben takes on a more active role by encouraging Trevor to leave the house, to go on his dream road trip of seeing America's lamest roadside attractions, and to meet new people and form new relationships along the way. This prompts Trevor to become more spontaneous, which is seen best through the change in camera frame. At the beginning of the movie, the camera captures shots of the Conklin house as dark and constricting, consistent with Trevor's mentality at the time. However, while on the road, the camera captures a more open and well-lit scene, just as Trevor begins to open up to a new and unfamiliar surrounding. Along this enlightening trip, Ben picks up 21-year-old Dot, who is the first to see Trevor as a simple teenager rather than one defined by his disability. She is the first person Trevor's age to connect with him and to take time to get to know him without judging or offering pity.
Cool fucking sneakers.
Mole.
As their relationship progresses, Trevor's confidence grows, and he eventually works up the courage to ask Dot out on a date. After their first date, Trevor feels ready to push himself further than ever before.
Not tonight.
And that night, he sleeps without a ventilator for the first time.
Once the trip begins, we are able to see Trevor more as a normal teenager. But his DMD still inhibits him from completing mundane tasks, such as high-fiving, air quoting.
Dude, were you just doing air quotes? Don't ever do that again. Trust me.
And using the restroom. The road trip's first stop is the world's largest cow, located on the building's 2nd floor and only accessible via stairs. This lack of wheelchair access is a sharp reminder of the everyday obstacles in Trevor's life, and he submissively accepts this limitation. However, Ben refuses to accept that Trevor's disability can stop him from his desires, no matter how trivial.
Oh, you don't have handicap access?
No, sorry about that.
It's no problem. Seriously.
What? No, it is a problem. It's a huge problem. I'm gonna call the local news, and I'm gonna have him send down the guy that does that shame on you business buster thing, and he's gonna come down with multiple cameras, and ask you why you think it's okay that somebody with disabilities isn't allowed to see a giant cow like everyone else.
Take as long as you need.
You good?
Yeah, you? Thank you.
Trevor's biggest dream is the most commonplace in the eyes of any guy.
If I could do anything at all. I'd really like to take a pee standing up.
Ben makes this goal his utmost priority along the journey, and it's finally accomplished at Trevor's favorite roadside attraction, the world's deepest pit. While reaching the pit was a pivotal moment for Trevor, Ben doesn't stop there. After the multiple attempts to fulfill Trevor's dream to pee standing up, Ben approaches this problem with an innovative solution. He supports Trevor both physically with a stretcher and emotionally with encouragement to help him do the one thing he wishes he could do most. This provides Trevor with a final boost of confidence, one that helps him go beyond any and all restrictions that DMD had placed on him. With this newfound belief in both his body and his abilities, Trevor pees standing up.
So, did he hold on to that number at the beginning? Well, if your number wasn't 2,464, then you theoretically wouldn't be the one out of every 3,500 males to be diagnosed with DMD. This statistic haunts Trevor because he feels alone in his struggles with muscular dystrophy. However, he soon realizes that this disability is only one part of him, and it cannot define him. Rather, he chooses to be defined as handsome and cool. The Fundamentals of Caring breaks the familiar representation of a disability as a source of pity in its comedic representation of Trevor, smart-ass, barrier-defining, and road-tripping teen. Rather than focusing solely on his incapabilities, the goal of the movie is to remind society that people with disabilities don't have to live a less fulfilling life. They too can go on dates, enjoy Slim Jims, and pee standing up, with a little help of course.